Hi everyone, it's day 3 and time to share my biggest success in practice. Mine is a mum of 3 kids who had just flown back from the US after having a sinus surgery, and her body was reacting badly to it. She was having these uncontrollable shaking, her teeth would chatter, her limbs would jerk around all over the place for about 30 seconds to a minute, and it would happen about 20 to 30 times a day. At the same time, she would have this heat rush through her body, her heart would pound, her breathing would be uncontrollable, and she'd break out in a sweat. She'd been admitted to hospital, and she'd had MRI, CT, psychological evaluation because they thought maybe it was just anxiety, and essentially the doctors couldn't figure out what was going on with her, couldn't stop it. So her friend who was seeing me broke her out of the hospital and got her to come in and see me. We checked her and then got her adjusted for what's called vertebral subluxation. Subluxation is when you have interference in your nerve system that prevents your brain telling your body how to work. Therefore, you end up with symptoms. And she had some big subluxations in her body. So we started working straight away to get them removed, and I sent her home that night. And I told her body needs to heal. So as a chiropractor, we remove the interference, but essentially the body always does the healing. So we sent her home, and she came back in the next morning, and what a difference. So she'd been having pain as well in her head, and her neck felt unstable. All of that changed. She had been able to sleep, which she hadn't done in about 36 hours. The shaking had got so much less intense. She'd had less episodes, and she said she just felt calm, like this was what her body needed. So over the next few days, we got her checked and adjusted repeatedly. She lives in Indonesia, so she doesn't have a chiropractor where she is. So we see her every 4 to 6 weeks for a short course of care, and it keeps things under control. Her life has changed. Like I said, she had 3 kids, so being able to be there for those kids, one of them's just a baby, and obviously is very taxing on her body, being sick. So now she's able to be a better mum, and when you're able to make someone a better mum, that's pretty rewarding. So that's my biggest success story today.